down from her post at the State Department. And to honor Mrs. Clinton, let's take a look back at her accomplishments or lack thereof. First, we have to start with the attack on the U.S. Embassy in Turkey today that left one guard dead and marked the 8th embassy hit under Hillary's watch. Moving on, there was the Benghazi consulate attack, which resulted in the assassination of a U.S. ambassador for the first time since the Carter administration. And then, of course, we can't forget about the chaos in the Middle East that has brought both Syria and Egypt to the brink of collapse, in addition to the fact that Iran is now closer than ever to making a nuclear bomb. The list goes on and on. Join me now for Hillary's farewell party, former Virginia GOP chairwoman Kate Obenshain and former Obama and Kerry advisor Mark Hanna. Kate, let me start with you. I have a list. Of attacks on U.S. consulates and embassies: Damascus, Syria; Kabul, Afghanistan; Cairo, Egypt; Tunisia; Yemen; Turkey. But the one that's most important in a lot of Americans' eyes: Benghazi, Libya. Go ahead.
Right. Not only, Eric, the fact that it was attacked and our ambassador was slaughtered and 3 other Americans, but the fact that it happened with warning on September 11th. As Jonah Goldberg said, that's like being surprised when Christmas falls on Christmas Day. We were completely flat-footed, not expecting it. This was leaving America open around the world. 8 attacks on American embassies with Americans dead. That is an absolute abysmal failure of Secretary Clinton. And you didn't mention in the list that could go on and on the fact that our relationship with our one democratic ally in the Middle East, Israel, is deteriorating. Opinion about America in every country except Japan has deteriorated since 2009. I mean, we have headed in absolutely the wrong direction. There was no reset with Russia. In fact, it's worse than ever.
What will Secretary Clinton's legacy be?
I think Secretary Clinton's personal legacy will be phenomenal. I mean, there's no national politician of either the Republican or Democratic Party that enjoys over 70% national approval rating, that over 70% of Americans approve the job performance they've done. So I think that's, for her, a personal thing. But we need to think about the country, because that's a more important. How is the country positioned after she's leaving? And I think there's no expert, foreign policy expert, that will disagree with the fact that America is stronger in the world, more respected, that our relationship with our allies have been refurbished after 8 years of President Bush's administration, and not just our country being stronger and safer.
Mark, hold on.
But also,
Kate,
the
you're
world
asking the right
is a lot
question.
more.
Kate is asking the right question.
What's the question?
Kate, go ahead.
Which countries do we have a better relationship with? I mean, Israel is our ally. We have a deteriorating relationship with Bibi Netanyahu. How about Egypt? We used to have a relationship with Egypt, and now Egypt is led by the Muslim Brotherhood guy who says that we should nurture our children on hatred of Israel all around the world. We were supposed to have a reset with Putin.
Okay, Bibi Netanyahu had just yesterday said positive things about the Obama administration.
Oh,
there's no doubt that the Arab Spring was, in a lot of ways, fostered by the 70,000 men and women working for the State Department of the United States, as well as diplomats working for all sorts of Western countries. And it's gone fairly well. We have democratically elected, governments in a lot of the Middle East right now. Absolutely, we can fixate on Benghazi, and a lot of people on the right are going to want to fixate on Benghazi. This is a new wave of blame America first.
What does it matter now?
Absolutely. Chris Stevens, Ambassador Chris Stevens, was a close personal friend of Secretary Clinton. She took responsibility.
All right, hold on. Hold on. I remember this. She said, "I'll take full responsibility," and then I didn't really hear that, Kate, in the congressional hearings last week. Did you?
Yeah, not only, Eric, is that she didn't take responsibility last week. She continually forced it elsewhere, but she lied for days and days and weeks. She said that it was the result of some spontaneous video. She said that to the victims' families as she stood next to the coffins. And now she says, "Oh, I never said that." That is also a scourge to her tenure.
Kate,
and look,
Kate, how can you
she might have had a great.
I know. We came on here to talk about Benghazi, or did we talk about 4 years as Secretary of State?
Hold on, Mark. The question is this. Hillary Clinton, Secretary Clinton, stood next to those coffins of the 4 diplomats at Andrews Air Force Base and mentioned the video, knowing very well the attack had nothing to do with the video.
Right. You and I don't know what she knew when she knew it. The fact
she
that
we do know.
The intelligence that was being reported to her.
We do know, because she testified that she did know, and she had known at that period of time. Just 2 weeks ago, she admitted that she had known.
As you know, Eric, as Kate knows, a lot of the things that we do overseas are clandestine, are not necessarily in the public eye. The fact of the matter is the 4-year legacy of Hillary Clinton is a lot bigger and a lot broader than what happened in Benghazi. We're not even looking at what our relationship with the Asian Pacific world, the sort of institutionalization of our arrangements with China, support for countries that are more vulnerable as a result of China's growing power. We're not talking about.
Will Hillary Clinton's 1 million miles logged and all the things that Mark points out, will that kind of divert attention from the one big thing, the big 64,000-pound elephant in the room, Benghazi?
Absolutely not, Eric. It's Benghazi, but it's the whole host of other issues. There is nowhere in the world where we are better, stronger, in a better position than we were 4 years ago. So, I mean, actually, Hillary Clinton has nothing. You know what, Mark, the one thing she's done well, she has promoted abortion on demand and gay rights internationally, which is ironic because it completely contradicts with the other administration goal of appeasement of radical Islam around the world. So that's an area where she's done a great job.
Right. I got to go now, guys. Kate Obenshain and Mark Hannity, thank you very much, guys. All right, coming up, a supermodel, a nerd, and a NASCAR driver have come together.